This is Laisha. Welcome to my channel. I am setting up a bunch of my planners for the week, and this video will be the A5 Common Planner Complete and my B6 Slim Common Planner Horizontal. This is kind of that's where I do my dailies and a dashboard for the week and kind of pretty planning in the weeklies. Right now I'm having a dilemma though. I am trying to figure out if I want to use, I will have to look up her name. Hold on real quick. I keep butchering it. I think it's K.N. Asherman. I get her Patreon. I might not but I actually liked this month's. I really liked her date covers this month, but they would work really well in next month's because Cocoa Daisies is also about ink. Okay, I'm saving it. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do, because I will probably use the Year of the Horse stuff, and this is last month's, but it's like I overprinted vertical kits, and I was like, what can I use these in here as like journaling? And I think I can, and I think it would be fine. So I wanted to use it. So let's use this as, no, it won't be the same. So I'm going to have to use these, which is fine. And okay, Wednesday is New Year's Eve. And then at the end of this page, I can throw this out now. And then Happy New Year 2026. I'm trying to decide if I want to put any of these little decorations. I don't know if they're going to fit, because it'll of course fit here. You will. Fit perfectly there. Alright. Moving on to this week. So this is the current week. Alright. Now the question is, what I'm not using those. I will need to pick a date cover for the month. And I need to pick out what I'm going to use for next week, which I think is going to be this one. I want to make sure I use this one. And this has got, I know it's got, oh, I'm using this for something else, of course I am. Alright. We're looking for date cut dots is what we're looking for. Alright, so hope everybody had a good weekend. Ours is pretty chill. Of course, horrible things there's gold. I don't know if I like the gold. Fortunately, there are horrible things going on in the world. And unfortunately, the U.S. is perpetrating a lot of them. And I don't quite know how to feel about that, but except angry. Let's use these. So this will be 1, 2. Okay, what happened? There, Saturday and Sunday, there we go. 3 and 4. I'm going to keep this one. I'm keeping this one up at the top so I know. Alright. So, obviously I've not written anything on Sunday. But there's now enough room to use some of these big stickers. Now where do I want to put this 2026? There's quite a lot of 2026. I think I might just put it here. This is going to be a deco page, so there's no reason why I can't use these for deco. Here. Back here, let's get rid of, oh, there's another 2026. There's so many 2026s. Now, these other things are just going to have to go get put around. Where to put this other 2026? Just put it here. I'll find a use for these. So I think I want the big U right here. Look, I got my deco page done. Why? Nope. Alright. So that's done. Let's move on to this week. So now there are 2 between this week, and I don't know if there's 2 between every week. Let me look. So I am a big fan of grouped, of which these are 11. So I only have 1. Okay. So for reasons, this is probably going to be deco. And then this will be a divider, of which I need to find one. So I have conflicting thoughts about dividers in this book, because pardon me, I'm having issues. All right. Aren't I always having some sort of issue? Yes. Yes, I am. These. I have been using the deck in here kits, but because of the size of the deck paper, it doesn't quite fit. So I actually really liked what I did last week at the start of the month. So it's this, then I put the January, I just taped it together. And I kind of like that. But I don't know if I want to do that because it's blank on the back. Let's see. I think I like this one for reasons. Alright, so I just gotta trim this up a little bit. It doesn't need a huge amount. Just needs a tiny bit on that. And then it needs a tiny bit over here. Yeah. So I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see. I'll have to cut again. I don't know. Is there really any reason to cut it? To double divider it? I mean, it looks fine. There's no reason why this... Okay, these are not cornered, rounded edges. I have to remember that. Tip this in. See, this is the kind of setup I prefer. The normal common planner goes by like your traditional Hope and ET, where it's all the months up front, then all the weeks and all the days. This is the first year Sterling Ink has put out a complete one like this, and it kind of flew off the shelves, it seems, and for good reasons. It is wonderful. I do have a little quibble about how the extra weeks, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so this is the 20 January deck kit. So I will need this out. I don't know necessarily need the... This will go on the front of the month. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. This might go on the front of the month too. And then I haven't opened the journaling kit, which actually gives me one more thing to use. These are just so pretty though, and I don't know where to... I guess I could put this here. Right? So it gets used. So this is what I mean by it is not the full size paper. And that bothers me a little bit, but it is what it is, and I can't change it unless I stop getting the kit. And I love the rest of the kit. I could just stop getting the paper and the journaling kit. But I like it so much. It's really pretty. Alright. Oh my gosh. Having space problems. Alright. Let's just tape this in. I think that's cute. I want to start using more vellum and stuff in my stuff, so why not use it? I need to be less precious with things. Yeah, see how it has like a centimeter maybe? Makes it hard to make it a dashboard. What was I waiting for? Yeah, I could just take this and do that. I could cover it. What do you think about that? We'll move on. So I need, okay, so this is where I need tabs, and I got a whole bunch of mine out. So I have these new ones. And I have several kinds. I have all of these and some Cocoa Daisy ones, as well as, you know, my thing full of tabs. So the question is, which one am I going to use? I think I'll use these for the month. So I'm going to put January up here. These are old Shine Sticker Studio ones I've had for a while and never used. Or I could use the Cocoa Daisy ones. Okay, yeah, no. January. No, we're not using those. This poor Shine Sticker Studio is, oh my god, I ripped it. Of course I ripped it. Alright, where did it go? I'm just ruining this poor thing. Where did it go? There it is. I just ruined this poor thing. Ugh, I'm so indecisive sometimes about this sort of thing. Anyway, I'll have to... I think they're too small for this. So I either need to use these or need to use the Cocoa Daisy ones, which I think I'll probably go ahead and use for the month. So we'll make this right. Oh, that's two. I only need one. January on both sides, and then put this up here. That's much better. That's much better. Oh, wrong one. I am just not doing well. Like, holy shit. This goes here. I might have to tape these. I sometimes do. Alright. That says January. Now, what we need over here is something smaller, so maybe we'll use, or something different. Maybe we use these. These are Buckaroo sticky tabs. They come in different colors. They come usually 4 at a set. Oh my gosh, come on. Alright. I think this one might be good. But I'm going to need something lighter to write on it with. Let's see. Where did that green? It's coming. Whether it will work on these is another question. Yep, it just wipes off. Alright. Well, let's try... Nope. What does write on these? Am I gonna have to get... I guess I have to use these. This is 5 to 11. No, I don't like that. I don't think, oh, if I like these. Oh my gosh. I think I would like these for tops, but I don't like these for bottoms. That sounded funny. Well, what am I going to use? Oh my god. These, of course, are tabs from lots of different places. I actually think the dark brown would look pretty here. And then I think I do need to keep with the ballpoint. Of course, I got stuff all over my hands. So it looks like a bloody thumbprint. Or is that blood? I think I cut myself. I just cut myself. That's great. Just great. I don't even know how I did that. What I did that on, but yeah, it's definitely bleeding. Good. Just what I want. I think it stopped. Alright. Serious though. Because I gotta get this done and I gotta get that done. And I am... This is gonna be dinner time soon. These are what I need, and I need these. Or this one. Yeah. I like that these kind of look like knitting again. I like kind of knitting themes. How did I do this? Okay, like that. Alright. And as I said earlier, I have knitted every day this week, and it feels good. So... Julie, who came over on Friday with her husband to play board games, she's a knitter too. And at one point, I'm like looking at her knitting bag and going, "How many projects did you bring?" She's like, "A lot." She's like, "I have lots and lots going at one time. So whatever I feel like knitting, I can pull it out." I'm like, "Huh? I only have 2 going right now. One I'm making a lot more progress on than the other." But I don't know, I'm kind of itching to do color work or lace or cables or something besides a blanket. Alright, that's empty. I can throw that away. I actually think the purple might be best. Solid color against this, but it'll probably come back to bite me in another week. All right, so I'm not going to pre-fill anything over here, except maybe put some deco down. how did I do this? Okay. Get everything else out. Alright, so what do I need? I need to make sure I use that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret using the dark solid color early, but it's fine. And then we all want these. This is what I was looking for. This. And then I used, last week I used the bows, I think. Yeah, I used bows, and I like that. That was pretty. So we'll do that again. So I'll put one right here. It'll say reading, watching, playing, and listening. Yep. So reading, watching, playing, listening. So let's go ahead and do the decorations. And then this will be done, and I can put something on the dailies. And oh, I have to do the dashboard stuff. I'm gonna there we go. All right. That is there. Then this is going to be the dashboard for the week. The last week it was, so I made a currently page, which that's only once a month. So this is what I gotta redo. So I will start with some washi. Not from them. Which washi to use? Let's use this one. This is Cocoa Daisies from last month, and I just like it a lot. And I think it fits actually better in January than it did in December. So I'm going to use it again. Alright. So I make 2 trackers. One for planners, one for like everyday things. B5 daily, B5 weekly, B5 monthly. And this is going to be any B5. Well, no, I did 1 and 2. Because I will also have the monthly tracker. A5 CP daily, A5 CP weekly, A5 CP monthly, B6 Slim journal, B6 Slim weekly, B6 Slim monthly, A6 weekly, A6 monthly, no, it's cotton planner, pocket planner, Bella Grace, weekly, either one. B6 reading. Personal ring. Calibri. Common planner. Commonplace. And now I get this out. And I draw some lines here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know I picked this up from somebody, having a, I think it might have been Everything Marmy. And I've really liked the idea ever since. Because it kind of gives you some accountability on which planner, and it also tells you which planners are working, which ones are not. Is there a problem? How do you fix it? Like, it tells you all those things. See? And then right over here in this little spot, I'm going to do the other one, which is reading. Clean something. I have Notion down, but I don't know if it's going to stay. Journal, plan, low sugar, exercise, no spend, knitting, TV movie, film, play a game. That is the ones I want to track. Draw it in. And put Monday, Tuesday. A little cramped over here, but it's fine. It's a little cramped, but it's fine. I also wanted to go ahead and use this as kind of the glue is kind of gone on this, so we'll see if I have to glue it. I find it hard to use these little ones, so if I have a place where I can use it, I'm going to do it. How else did I did this? I thought it worked well. Meals and to buy off to the side. Make sure that comes out. That. And this. Yeah, see, that's why I wasn't sure. I might have to tape it, or actually, let us pull out a glue pen. Just go like this. And glue it down. There we go. And we're going to put this right here. And I guess I'm going to give it a little bit of now we're going to put one of these right here, and I'm also going to put, should I use this one? This is to buy, this is dinner, and then I need it to do over here. I'm going to use all these this week's too, since we got a lot of them. Right. And I'm trying to use up these little task circles. I'll put a couple down. Right. What do I know I need to do? I need to call the dentist. I need to call it. Bug about that. Cancel dermatology. I don't know if I can. Might just have to go. It's on Tuesday. This little space here is bugging me. So I kind of want to put something there. And I don't know what. I want something to cover up that space. Something like this. No, that doesn't cover the top. It's a thought. I'm gonna just put some of these. There we go. That covers it. Alright. I'm gonna put some more of these down just in case I come up with other things, and it needs to get done this week. And then I think I called this notes. Since I'm using this, let's put this down like this. Not the straightest thing. Alright, like that. Alright, cool. Let me gather everything up. Still not decided about this. I think I'm gonna probably double put one on there, but I don't know. Not decided. Oops, sorry for the accidental ASMR. Alright. So now I am set up for the week in here, and now I just kind of do, and I'm going to use this vertical kit because I can. Obviously a lot of this will not get used. I really just want to use these. And I'm gonna kind of wing it. Because obviously this is a different size. I'm gonna put this like this. I'm gonna put this one like this, and I'm going to cut it. And of course it's not straight. I think it sounds like my voice is getting scratchy, and I don't like that for me. So, here's hoping I get a in-person interview scheduled, but you know, it'll be what it'll be. I got stuff to do at work, but we'll hopefully get the last what was I using? This. So I gotta do these on the way. So I got one more report to put in, and I gotta do ethics and The registration will not be. Okay, what I'm going to try to do here, since this is sticky and making pages stick, is match it with this. There we go. Now, I might just have to white out some things. I'm going to kind of do the same thing over here, but I'm going to let it go across. Just kind of separate them right here. There we go. Then I could put this over here. And put the dates. That actually worked better than I thought it would. Now, I don't really have anything for this, so it'll just be the Friday and the Saturday. It'll get a Hello Weekend right here. And then we'll get 9, 10, and 11. All right. That is all set up for the week. And let's move on real quick. Get this should hopefully be quick. This is the B6 Slim that I'm doing as a health planner. So far so good. I am using a different kind of, these are from Honeybee Shop, these tabs. And we are using up this kit from Shine Sticker that was supposed to be the December kit. So what did I do? I did this over here. And I just got a text. It's probably about the dinner. No, someone sent a photo. Kind of roughly in half. Maybe not quite. I kind of then staggered it like so. Justify the one right, justify the one left. Like that. What did I do over here? I just put something thin up there, but I don't have any more thin, so we'll just go with it. Oh, this is the last week I'm using this. It's the last week. Might as well use everything. And I'm going to put this like that. And then that can get thrown away. And let's put these down. So Monday, Tuesday. So this is a vertical. I'm kind of keeping track of health symptoms and progress and point and stuff in the vertical over here, and then doing some tracking and notes in this. And then I am journaling in the back. One of my goals this year is to journal a little every day, and that is what the back is. I wanted a smaller journal, and that's how I ended up with this. All right, let's put, actually I want to put you right like this. And let's put this one like here. I'm going to have to use something else for this for next week, and I'm not quite sure what yet. Okay, I'm going to put this actually halfway down. I'm going to put this here. Alright, that looks really cute. I'm going to put this big one here with like right here. I put some this is where I pull out the itty bitty one from Shine Sticker, Sweet Quai. Apparently I pulled out some Cocoa Daisy stuff too. And important. Let's put important up here. Let's put goals, right? No, let's find the trackers. Trackers. I didn't do too many. Last week I only did 3. So like 2 years ago I ended up with like 11 things that I was tracking, and I don't know if I need that many for sure. It's a lot. I think 3 is probably good. I had bad sleep, muscle spasms, and migraines. So let's just write those in. Muscle spasms, bad sleep. I'm not sure what else to call that. And then that's you. Make that like that. Do I need anything else? I don't know. There's only a couple more things left in this. Obviously I'm still using the numbers. I'll use this all month. I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers instead of the tweezers, but at this point I might as well just finish it. Alright, I don't think I can fit anything else, but important exercise, try to go low sugar. Move more. I also put dinners down here. Alright. So this I'm going to put in my, in here. In the back. are some little trackers in here, or like 7-day trackers. I'm just going to make this notes. Actually, let's make this notes down here, and this appointments, which I just had somewhere too. I know one of them said appointments. But I can't find it. Appointments. New one said that. There we go. I think it looks cute. And I think I'm done with that. So I'll have to find something else for the next 2 weeks of January to go in here. I might have to like pull out something. I think this worked really well last week. It looks really cute and it was functional. Back here, this is my little, what do I want to do with this? I marked like a weight. I got when I got my shots. Got me to take one on Monday. I had appointments. Oh, look, there's here. For a moment, I thought I found the lost one, but no, I did not. Appointments. Urology. Urology. Me. Right. Psych. Writer. Pulmonologist, me. Dentist, writer. That's a lot. Urology, this is pulmonology. CPAP. I put derm, question mark, and then psych, writer, virtual. And then writer, dentist. Alright, so yeah, this is working well. I think I really like this size, and that's kind of interesting because I've tried to B6 for our planner before, and the only thing I can get it to work for is a reading journal. But it kind of reminds me of using a TN but smaller, if that makes any sense. Or thicker weeks, and I kind of like that. So back here, it's very cute. I just keeping it simple. These were from the Whimsical Letters Club. And they're adorable. And that is my, put this in here. Oh no, not here. I'm going to put this up here. So they get used. And with that, I am done with my setups for the week, I think. And you still need to do the personal rings for the month, but it might just be a flip through because I might do it for work tomorrow. Or if I have time later tonight. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Please like and subscribe as always.